Hello everyone, I'm DM Pat. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Grand Quest. Here's our wonderful players.
Hey everyone, I'm Mithril, and I play Kane, our resident broody half-vampire ranger.
Hello, my name is Yone, and I will be playing Zoe, the Fathomless Warlock, an obscure, tentacly character hoping to embed himself into the party.
Hello, I'm Kelly. I play Sifina, a Sucker of Stars druid and grave cleric, who has been tasked by Tenelith to balance the scales of life and death.
Hey everyone, I'm Isaac, also known as Rapid Pup, and I voice Sif, the man trapped in a wolf's body for a crime he committed.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt. I play Trevor, the grumpy Oath of Vengeance paladin who is just trying not to die while he figures out the truth about what happened to his family.
Hi, I'm Wayne. I play Gorez, a fighting rogue who decided to step out of his brother's shadow, start his own gang somewhere else.
Hi everybody, my name's Bridger, and I am playing Oscar, a wild druid with memory loss.
Welcome back to the Grand Quest, everybody. Last session, the party met back up with, the party after getting their minds blown by the idea of gods, met up with the wizard named Ilvazar, who was taking care of and mending back to health Oscar. After gaining Oscar back in their party and achieving a new friend or ally that seems to taken root in their party so far, they headed to the tavern where they're going to stay the night. However, in Sif's room is a letter from Cross, our lovely bard. Turns out to be the very most hated rabbit. We're gonna go into Sif's room now. Sif, what are you doing after reading this letter?
Will Sif, he would be mage-handing, reading the letter, and then as it falls to the ground, he thinks about, of all the times that he might have, been called crazy or thought he was crazy for thinking that, or having this thought. And then he doesn't have Fireball prepared, all right?
No, you do not have Fireball prepared.
I don't. Let me just state that right now. He has 4th level Scorching Ray. I just got 4th level spell slots out of that.
Ooh.
Thank you, DM. He's gonna charge one of those up. We're on the first floor, right?
You are on the first floor, indeed.
So as he thinks,
go ahead.
Oh, so sorry. So as he thinks about the rabbit and all that, the way that he essentially was fooled again by him, he charges up the 4th level Scorching Ray. Do I see anybody out the window?
It's hard to see out the window. They're kind of darkened for privacy.
Don't say that.
They are not open, and they kind of have this tinting over them to keep people from looking in. But you do kind of hear what sounds like a very quiet street outside.
He's gonna discharge it real quick and quickly mage hand grab a chair and throw it through the window. Fuck you, rabbit! Piece of shit!
As you throw this chair through the window, it collides with the pane of glass and shatters, almost like an explosion. As the chair goes flying through, you see, us, the viewers, see that very same man who had walked into Garrett the Ferret's shop, earlier that day, walking through with what looks to be pinkish hair, as he's trying to hide it with his hat. A brown hardwood chair just collides with him, knocking him off his feet as he tumbles and is out cold as a bunch of denizens walking the streets on their way home crowd around this man. And one farmer man who looks like he's carrying a bunch of sacks of seeds going, from the market, peeks into the window. Did that dog throw a chair?
And as he peeks through the window, all he sees is Sif leave through the. Well, he doesn't care. He's not trying to really escape, but in a fit of rage, he just slams the door shut.
That dog,
I'm gonna go visit Kane.
Very well. There is a scene outside, but we'll let that play out while we follow Sif into Kane's room.
So Kane, I don't know what he's doing right now, but you'll hear the, simple knock on the door. And it's like, when you know someone's at the door and stuff like that, but you think it's a human. But then you look down, it's just the animal, like your pet. It's like that thing.
Yeah. Kane will go to open the door. He is currently shirtless because he was getting ready to go take a shower, or, well, a bath.
The deep rippling abs and pectorals of a sweaty ranger man.
He's just oily for some reason. It's sweat, that's what it is. He's a woodsman.
Why is it so oily if it's sweat?
He instinctively walks in. Like how you open the door for your pet and just walks in by your legs? Unless you just stop the door.
And Kane just kind of looks down as Sif walks in, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Sif looks up at him and just checks him out real quick, up and down. I see why Sifina stayed with you so long. I'm not here for that though. Don't worry about that. I don't roll that way.
Kane's eye twitches a little bit. He's just like,
yeah. Let me cut you.
I'm gonna ignore that.
On the bed, the bow twitches a little bit at that.
It's a bow on the bed.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, this Sif looks at the bow and looks. Oh. You know what? Let me just cut straight to the chase and I'll cut all the theatrics. I wanted to apologize for the other day, which I think was yesterday, right?
Indeed it was.
Honestly,
Yes, indeed it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was. Yeah, whatever.
Everything kind of blurs together here yesterday.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we could have. But the other day when I was in such a rush to get to the capital, it might have been some might have said, I believe the word term was gaslighting or something like that, but at the end of the day, I had lied to you. I didn't want to, but I have stuff I need to get done. It doesn't make it any better, but I'm gonna let you know that I'm sorry for letting you down.
Kane will now shut his door because he had not done that yet. You didn't let me down. I've kind of come to expect self-serving. No offense.
You weren't the first to say that. But if it doesn't
Why
seem,
did you want to come to the capital so bad? And what made you go to the tower so suddenly?
I didn't know this when we first got here, but I came here to die, essentially. The whole adventure thing, this whole shit. Troll smashed my skull or whatever the fuck. Let it be. But I found out that my one true reason for living, my daughter, has actually been captured. And is here, actually not here, in a place that they call the Dark Force?
In the place called the Phelan Woods. The Dark
Phelan
Meadows.
Woods, I'm so sorry.
Dark
Yes,
Meadows
that's right.
is the counterpart in Allo.
Okay. And that place. The Phelan Woods? Yeah. In a place called the Phelan Woods. This whole time I've been I don't know why I've been hiding it. Maybe I couldn't trust you guys. Maybe I couldn't trust myself. But the hag that trapped me in this form has my daughter, and I need to get her right away.
So we go get her.
I mean, just like that.
I know it may sound odd considering what the trials revealed, which was news to me too. But family is one of the most important things to me. And I don't have it left. You guys are becoming the closest thing to. If I can help you get yours back, say the word.
Thank you, Kane. Without sounding a little too self-fulfilling, is everything between you and your bow going good? Wait, do I know about that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then make sure. Wait, can she hear?
The bow twitches.
I'm pretty sure she can.
Hi there! I'm so sorry I didn't introduce myself. I'm Sif, by the way, and I mage hand.
The bow can't move, but it attempts to twitch to the mage hand.
And I move back to Kane to get back out of this awkward conversation.
Inside your head, Kane, you hear, "Let the poor lad know I said nice to meet you."
She says it's nice to meet you.
Of course she did. I mean, Agnes, yeah, Agnes. I mean, Agnes is the talking bow, talking sword, everything, talking dog, and wolf. What am I? You know, I've had a long night. Tell you what, how about we get on this subject in the morning? Thank you again for this talk. If anybody comes asking about chair in the window, I was not in that room. Okay.
Are you going to purchase a different room for the night?
Purchase some bottles. How about that? I'll send one to your room.
Okay.
I can't thank you enough, but it's a start.
No thanks necessary.
Well, I'm gonna try. Sif, looks at the door and mage hands out. Before he leaves, he looks back at Kane and the bow and just walks out.
Kane doesn't need a body pillow, he's got a bow. Anyways, Sif, as you kind of head, I'm guessing, to the bartender to get some bottles, right? To get some drinks?
Yeah, as far as Sif knows, you know, everything's handy dandy.
Yep, as you turn the corner, Sif, speaking about handy dandy, there is about 6 heavily armed guards talking to the bartender. Suddenly the bartender, you don't quite catch what they're saying, but the bartender points to you as the guards shift their heads, looking down towards you.
No.
One that seems to have what looks to be an emblem of a sword wrapped in chains with 2 shackles hanging from them. Excuse me, are you the one who rents the room at the far end? According to the tavern owner, you are.
How close am I to the bar?
I mean, you're like right here. They're like the one standing there's like right here. The rest are kind of right around here.
Sif has come to terms to what has happened. On the table, I don't see no chairs or nothing. Can I?
I mean, there's tables here and chairs here. I mean,
I want to go up to the bartender as far as I can, you know, without walking past the guards.
Oh yeah, they're stopping you from going towards the exit or any possible
for
exit.
sure.
But they
I'm keeping this conversation.
yeah, they want to talk to you more than they want to arrest you
Actually,
right away.
let me throw his token on there.
Yes, and I will throw a token, I guess.
This is what I was more talking. So, bartender, I need a drink for the one with the multiple braids. Finest stuff you have, finest bottle you have, and get me a cheap one for me. And I look over to the armored guard.
You're not
saying.
quite sure. There's 6 of them, so There's not like a whole lot that you can see face-wise.
Let's count it. Let me check. 10 gold. I put 10 gold on the counter, and
That's far more than is necessary for the cheap.
go get it done real quick. It might
okay.
pay for.
She kind of like yells to the bugbear sitting on the
cheap out
couch. Anzin, you good to watch the bar for me while I run and get the good stuff? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, and one runs in as Anzin just turns around. This tall bugbear with this bright smile and what looks like holding a teacup is now turned and looking at you and the whole bar.
If I said I was,
Well,
he
then
says to the guard.
we would need to possibly take you in for the night if you were, until a certain situation revolving around a certain count being struck with a chair that flew from there.
Did they say a dog might have threw this chair?
There was a rather what's the best way to put this, man? Simple individual who said that he definitely saw a dog, fitting your description, walk from there.
Can't be. I'm a wolf, you know.
Well,
Oh.
I did state that he was a simple man.
Aren't we all? I just start pouring a drink.
One of the guard's hands goes up and then goes back down as he was going to go against that, but then decided
see
not.
the mage. Yeah, he mage hand, so the magic, you know.
Yep. Well,
I really don't feel like going to jail tonight.
do
Is
you
there any
have?
way we could look the other way?
Well, the fine for assaulting a commoner is 100 gold, but however you struck
Fuck
a
my ass.
count, so you're looking at a much higher fee. However, you can go into custody tonight. We can discuss this with the count. Perhaps you and him can work out an arrangement, or at least you staying the night will keep you safer. The Count is known for his backlash. Do you have allies, friends, family, owners? Says questioningly.
But I wish I didn't say that.
He doesn't say it like he actually thinks
know.
it, but he definitely says it more like a joke.
Fireball.
Don't have fireball, my friend.
No, that's what Sif says.
Oh,
And
fireball.
I'm like,
As she sets down a glass, how did you know?
he was expecting to like react to the spell or whatever, but he doesn't cast nothing.
You do see a few of them holding what looks to be an enchant, like a spell being about to be cast of counter spell.
Well, it seems undefeated. Ma'am, you have a good day, and sorry about that.
Oh, there is a wit. Oh yes. Don't worry about it. I'll just use some of this 10 gold to fix it.
Buy yourself something shiny too, if you have any left over. You deserve it.
I don't feel like I've done anything. Do you want me to let your friends know that you've been arrested?
Yeah, let my owners tell them that their poor pup got sent to the pound.
Okay.
Use those exact words. I want them to look around for me for a little bit. Give them something to do.
Oh, do you want me to like wait till the morning?
I mean, they're sleeping. Oh, let King. Oh, hey. Here's 2 extra gold. Have you ever seen a shirt that looks like a checkered plaid? You might call it plaid.
Anzin
You
kind
guys-
of like gets up and walks over. I make shirt like that.
Oh, I need you to make a shirt in about a very tall man size, maybe your size. Let's do your size, but it needs no
He
sleeve.
pushes in his finger and it just goes through the fluff. I'm not very big.
About that size and no sleeves, made of plaid. How much do you think that would cost?
It's new. 1 gold? Yeah, I'll do it for 1 gold.
Here you go.
Hey, excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry. Yeah, Fluffy.
I hand it to him.
Yep.
Or Sif hands it to him.
Thank you.
Oh, let's get out of here. I don't feel like I've wasted too much of your time. Useless stuff.
As you are escorted out by the guards to stay the night in the
I told the
jail.
or it was the furbolg or a
No,
bugbear.
the bugbear.
Bugbear to send it to Kane though.
He just like as you walk away, looks at the bartender. Who's Kane?
The guy that she's gonna send the fancy bottle to.
All right, we're gonna move on to the rest. Are the rest of you guys doing anything in your rooms?
Taking a bath.
Well,
The
I would
bow's
want to
near the
take a
bath. Go ahead.
bath.
Oh God.
I would want to take a bath, but I also am going to try to visit the realm of the skills, so she can see about trying to communicate with Tenelith. That's what Cyphina's trying to do.
Okay, we'll focus in on that. So it gets pretty late. You've done your nightly duties, and now you sit in your what is Cyphina's like position of praying for the religion that is of Tenelith? What is their common position?
She is. I mean, it's a simple kneeling. She would be on the ground kneeling, but she's. It's like she's facing the window because something about, the sky, especially if she can see the stars or so forth, has always been her compass in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she's not bowing her head, closing her eyes. So she's kind of like looking up at the sky, like looking at the stars. They seem, if she can see the stars, I don't know if she can.
Your window
But,
has a partial view of the sky.
Yeah. So if she can see the stars, they seem a little bit more. They seem to call her a little bit more, and so she just hones in on that, and then she tries to imagine herself back in that realm where she can see the scales.
Okay, so as you were doing this, it's taking quite a while. There seems to be some pushback. Give me a religion roll to see if you can find a way to force yourself in.
Okay. I mean, she is tired, so I'm not surprised.
Go ahead and say it out loud.
A 21.
21. It is difficult, but you do manage to push yourself into that realm, as you are now in the black, foggy void that holds a massive iron scale of life and death. Standing on the side of life is Tenelith. The side of death is vacant.
What did the scales look like right now?
They seem similar to what looks to be black iron, like a Roman, like a Greek-esque Roman scale. However, it is made of black iron. Only
Tilted
it's definitely tilted more towards death.
A lot more than I've seen before.
Yes, it looks akin to before you started this journey.
I stare at it. I just like tilt my head. Like, that's not good.
Tenelith shakes her head no, as in an agreement.
I look at her, and I want to approach her. Does she have her, blindfold on, or do I see my face?
It is covered. It is covered again. And which you can tell while it's covered, she doesn't have the same features as you. Like, it is a different person while it's covered. However, when she's revealed, she looks like you. But
look at her,
yeah.
and
as you attempt to approach, she holds up her hand, and you are suddenly met with a barrier of cold, solid magic that stops you from moving forward.
I stop and I respect the distance and I nod to her. It's like, so I understand that I am your vessel.
She nods.
She looks over at the empty. I look over at the empty side. You don't speak to me, so I don't assume that you can tell me who he is. Can you show me?
She shakes her head no.
Me? Never mind. You won't answer that because you can't speak. You won't. Why won't you speak? I think
She
you answered the question.
points her hand to the, like she gestures to the side of death. That is all she can do, is simply gesture to that question.
Death killed your voice?
Shakes her head no.
Did he take it?
Shakes her head no.
Is there anything you can show me that I can do to help you?
She sits silently for a moment. As she lifts her hand gingerly, moving the fog into what looks to be shapes of a wolf being guided and put into a prison cell. That
Right.
wolf seems very akin to Sif.
Wait, is that happening right now?
She
wait.
she nods her. I mean, she shakes her head, but also then gestures to look. She kind of like gestures to the fog as it creates you and everybody doing what they're doing. As she speeds it forward, and then shows that time has passed since this event has happened. You are sitting there and praying for him the whole night.
Concerned now for Sif, but
She shows
I'm gonna
you. She shows you walking in, but it doesn't seem like it should be there. Like, this is not an event that has happened or is happening, but an event she is trying to tell you to happen, which is you freeing him, like a
see.
bird from a cage.
Is anybody else? Do I see? Is it just me?
It's a very crude imagery, so it's very isolated. Like, the bars are only on one side. Sif, there's only a vague figure of Sif and you.
All right. Get Sif out. All right. I don't know how this helps you, but all right. I hope I could speak with you some more. I'm very curious about, well, a lot. But for now, I think I have my work cut out for me. Thank you for visiting with me.
She nods as she waves the fog around you, and you wake up staring at the bright blue sky.
I'm gonna get up, like, ow, my knees. I'm not supposed to do that all night.
Before that, we're going to rewind time to our new ally, Zoe. Zoe, what are you up to?
So Zoe walks into his room, placing the shield on the bed and the staff against the wall. As he floats over, he sets his grimoire down on on the hardwood wooden floor as he folds his legs in a sort of meditating position, kind of floating above it, as he begins to pray. And as he prays, his body begins to twitch a little bit, kind of cracking, as black goo begins to spill out of the thorns and the horns that are atop his head as they cover his face, forming into something as he begins to communicate, we'll say, to his patron. I don't quite know. I want to say what it is.
That is fine, as there is a communication between two. This is a part, as the viewers, we pull away from his room, going back to the present point of time. We hear almost a strange speech coming from him and the shield, almost as if it is speaking in 3 different languages, reversed. But now we come back to the present time. Everybody, you've all awoken, or you have been awake, depending. It is probably around 7 a.m. The sky is a bright blue, which greatly contrasts against the sky that you've seen as far, where the sky has been cloudy and gray, gloomy and ominous. This sky is clear. But there's a tinge of unnaturalness to the to that blue sky. So, what would you all like to do? Whoever would like to lead this moment can.
I
Be right
will
back. Hang on.
head downstairs for breakfast.
Hold on.
I am going
Hold on.
to try to find everybody else.
Hold on. I need some time to be able to cut the whole be right back moment. Okay, now start.
Syphina is going to try to find the rest of the team to tell them about Sif.
I'm going downstairs for breakfast.
Oscar just probably gonna do the same. Go downstairs for breakfast.
Yes,
As will
Syphina will
I.
find you guys.
I'll float down there.
Oscar's gonna be like a little bit panicked because he like, can I buy stuff? I only have like 8 of these yellow thingies. And he's like looking at his 8 pieces of gold.
As you guys make your way to the front area, you all kind of, at different paces and moments, eventually come together. However, there is clearly a person missing. Before Syphina gets a chance to say anything, this tall, almost cuddly looking bugbear walks over to Kane and hands him a strange wool shirt. Here, it was hard to make. You're Kane, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Picture looks very weird as he holds up the picture that Cross drew. Your wolf friend paid me to make this for you before he was taken away by guards last night.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Hey, pause for a sec.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. Kelly's mom was at the door, and I missed like everything. Can I just get like a quick brought back up to speed?
Basically, all just woke up and walked out.
Okay, solid. Thank you.
Give it a break. Okay. Continue. Yeah, something about chair hitting a count or something, right? Looks to the bartender, she nods. Oh yes, I was supposed to bring this to you too, and hands you a really expensive bottle of ale.
Is Syphina there yet?
Kane just tucks the ale into his bag. Thank you. And I will take the shirt as well, which he will shrug on over his armor. Wait, what color is it?
It is black and red plaid.
Oh yeah, he's definitely wearing that.
Kane suddenly now looks like a lumberjack.
Even more so, because his hair's not braided right now, it's loose.
Is Syphina in there yet?
Oh, Syphine has been in there the whole time. Basically,
Okay.
this bugbear just stole your thunder.
That's fine. She's like, so, she's going to look at the others. She's like, yes, we need to rescue him. We need to get him out as soon as we possible.
Do we really have to? I mean, Trevor just kind of looks around. He's like, if he threw a chair at a nobleman and everything else that's been going on, maybe he needs a day or two to evaluate the decisions he makes.
Syphina is standing at the table. She's not sitting yet. She places her hands on the table and she leans forward to him and she looks eyes with Trevor. She says, the tenant specifically told me that we need to get Sif out now.
All right, fine.
Why and how? I don't know, but I'm not going to question what needs to be done.
Well,
Alright.
are we just gonna stand around talking about her, or are we gonna go get him?
We can go get him. I don't know where he is though. Just some kind of prison cell.
Where would the city watch have taken someone for disorderly conduct and throwing chairs at highborn people?
Well, as the bartender states, he wanted me to say something called a pound, but the jail is going to be just inside of the military court, which should be near the main castle.
Of fucking course he did. Okay, thank you very much for your help. Sorry for whatever damaged
Oh,
our friend
he paid.
caused.
He paid for it, so it's okay.
Oh, well, at least he had the presence of mind to do that.
Yes, he did go willingly, if I say that. I mean, he didn't really try to fight back, so at least he didn't make it worse for himself.
Does anybody know why he did what he did?
I have an idea, but
I-
not my story to tell.
I don't even know what he did because it sounds like he counted something and threw chair, and I don't know why that's illegal.
Kane's leaving. He's on his way.
Oh, poor innocent Oscar. It's good to have you back.
Yes.
We've missed you all.
Yeah, we missed
Oh,
every
he's
single
here!
one
He's
of you.
here! No.
All right. Let me change the scene. Okay. So, as you could see, prison is right here. But as you guys leave, yeah, you guys are here. As you guys leave, suddenly there is a thick crowd going through, but the crowd seems to be parting as something is approaching your way. First, you think it might be a cart because of how the crowd is kind of moving out of the way. But then you catch a glimpse of very white, silvery hair, tall, darkish skin, and a man who looks extremely familiar, who went missing not too long ago from your party. You spot Gorez as he is walking with what looks to be what's best noted as some thugs, but thugs that are dressed well.
Thought?
Gorez,
Gorez?
as you were walking by, you hear a very faint person saying your name, and it sounds very familiar to Syphina.
Turn in the direction that I hear and look
Oh, yeah.
over.
Who's this, boss? You know them? Or are they gonna cause problems?
No, they're good.
Ah,
I'll walk over to say hi.
I didn't know he was friends with such hoity-toity people. And a lumberjack.
Gorez, you're here.
Well, yeah, where else would I be?
See, I have no idea.
You kind of just disappeared on us.
Yeah, you kind of did just sort of just wave and fuck off in the middle of a horde of undead. Honestly, I'm very surprised to see you. I'm happy to see you alive and well, but I'm very surprised to see you alive and well and not zombie food.
Yeah, I had some family business come up.
Here?
Well, this is where it led me anyway.
Seems like you're doing well. I'm looking at the people with him.
One spits off to the side.
Well, I don't really like talking in front of all these people, so
Well, we still gotta go get Sif too.
yeah.
So
Wait, the puppy? What happened to the dog?
He's in prison?
he's in prison.
Haha, I did think one of your friends there would be in prison, boss. I guess they're not so hoity-toity.
No, he apparently
our
threw a
defense-
chair.
Yeah, Sip
someone
does
who was
not
hoity-toity.
necessarily think before he does things.
Apparently, counting is legal.
A large man who looks like definitely the man who would basically rip open a door if was told to. Just goes, counting hard. I understand why illegal.
No, Oscar, he threw a chair at a count. A count is a noble title. He threw a chair at a nobleman.
Oh man, that's definitely on par with what we'd like to do to a certain black Callister Black, that is, you know what I mean. Think he gets nudged. You're not allowed to say that out loud.
Cancelled.
Come on.
Are
Well,
you
at least it was something reputable.
can you help us perhaps? I'm not sure if I want to ask that. Are you planning on going about your way? Or are you planning on, I mean, we did come here together initially and so forth, and we haven't seen you since you just vanished. I mean, unless you just want to keep walking by.
No, I see no problem in lending a hand to an old friend.
A rather
Alright.
well dressed in a white and blue kind of set of very fine leathers approaches. He puts on a pair of glasses and brings up a minor illusion of what looks to be a counting device. Sir, hitting a count on average is going to cost about 8,000 gold. So either we intimidate the guards, pay them off individually, or hope that your friends here have about 8,000 gold. Or we can kill the count, but I don't recommend that.
What about just breaking him out?
You... Okay, Yeah, I didn't realize your friends wanted to die, sir.
Best stick
No,
to the
we're
least
pretty good
intrusive
at
method.
evading death.
Oh, I mean, that
you-
always eventually runs out, right?
I'd rather it not run out today.
Smart choice.
Do you have, I think the person's name was Bradley Shield, and could he help us?
Gorez, you have met Bradley Shield before. That was one of the people that you came into contact with on your conquest of the underbelly of this place.
Okay.
He's one of the people that you kind of broke the rules and let know of why you came here and where you're actually from.
Oh,
You have already paid the price that your handler put out, but you didn't pay. You were able to reason it away with the handler, with the one who's supposed to be watching over you, and you dipped out. So, but yes, Bradley Shield does know of the situation. So yes, you would know him.
Yeah, so what about him?
Do you know of Bradley Shield? We were sent to connect with him when we arrived, and if he can help us get our friend out, that would be fantastic.
Gorez, he's the commander of the army of Denza.
ooh, Brins and Hype.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Well, do you think he will help us get my friend?
Or at least we can go talk to him.
That would be fantastic.
And I do know how to find him, right?
Yeah, he's in the he's always in here. He actually has he's generally found in the armory area. But as you guys begin to walk, your party is kind of grouped up near Gorez as all of the people who are following Gorez kind of surround you. And they seem to be
Don't like that.
they seem to be parting the crowd, as some would say. And you move quite quickly. But you do eventually make it to the gates where the party stops, or the people, tagging along stop, and they kind of like disperse, as it is now just you, your party, and Gorez, the party in total, standing at the gates to the, basically to the internal castle area.
Well,
There are 2 guards down below, and what look to be about 12 archers and 2 spellcasters up on the wall above the door. One looks over to you and, "Do you have a reason for being here?"
Fina looks over at Gorez.
Yeah, we're here to talk to Shield.
You know that the commander doesn't really like unexpected visits, Gorez. Especially from an underbelly dog like you.
Yeah, well, I'm here just looking to stay high, and I'll just smile at him.
He kind of like rubs his neck as there's like a large, what looks to be healing bruise on the back of his head. Fine. I'll see if he's willing to speak with you. He pulls out a stone and talks into it as a person up top here is obviously listening to it and disappears from the front of the wall. You guys stand there for an uncomfortable amount of time. with just all the guards squinting and just glaring at Gorez.
So, Gorez, make many friends?
Friend.
You certainly don't seem popular.
Oh, that depends on what circle you're talking about.
I mean, he's kind of got a point.
That he does.
Finally, go ahead.
No, go on.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, finally, the man lifts up the stone, listens into it, puts it away. Over the gates. Please don't stray to another location again. We have upped the amount of heavy weapons we'll be playing with next time that you decide to get feisty, Gorez.
Y'all brought more toys for me to play with. How nice of you.
Kane's just gonna side-eye the fuck out of Gorez, like, what did you do?
But the gates do open. Just follow the road to the right. Please, Gorez.
Yes. All the road to the right.
Thank you. As behind you, the doors shut tight.
DM, do you mean
Go ahead.
to the left?
No, they're gonna go talk to the shield.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. You guys could go left if you want to, though. But do you want to go left or right?
I mean, it sounds like breaking him out of prison is not quite an option.
You're
so
always welcome to try. I just don't recommend it in broad daylight.
Above people would love
Literally.
to see you guys try.
Please, no.
But yeah. So which direction would you guys like to go as you come to a split that goes left towards the prison and you can see the prison walls, or right towards the barracks and you can see the barracks walls? Dead ahead is clearly the main castle.
I'm gonna go right first to try to see if we can do this a proper way before we have to break
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah, Trevor's gonna try to take the diplomatic route on this.
Oh, so Trevor, do you have the artifact on you?
Yes, I've
Supposed
got
to
it.
give it to him. Let me see if you are.
Very well. As you guys approach the gates, they look and go, "You're here to see Commander Shield, correct?"
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Very well. He's right inside. He'll be in the main training area. As you guys make your way into the training area, there is a rather large gentleman, what looks to be swinging a great sword against a few soldiers who he is currently training. Oscar, you get a moment of PTSD as one of the soldiers is absolutely launched in a brutal way. By the way, this is Bradley Shield, everybody. But yeah, is absolutely launched.
Oscar will
Oh,
like
wow.
clutch his head and like shudder and be like, "That's gotta hurt."
He
Tina's gonna pat him on the back.
turns, and
Not
for a
you.
moment you just see Dandelion's face. But then it flashes back to normal.
Well, I wouldn't hate Dandelion's face, so
No.
he wouldn't hate Dandelion's face, so the partial grins puts on his lips and then it fades as he realizes.
It's like a
Oh, it's not
sadistic
Dandelion.
love. It's a sadistic love. Or masochistic love.
Stockholm syndrome.
I love getting beat now.
He does not.
Let me
My
in on
gosh,
this.
I don't want to communicate. That is not what I was trying to communicate. He likes Dandelion. He did not like his training session.
All right. But yes, all of you guys see this man as he finishes up when one of them kind of like one of the soldiers runs up and kind of like hides behind another soldier as that one puts up his shield and gets just knocked back over the other dude as he quickly runs up and underneath and hits Shield on the chest. As Shield drops the sword and claps. Bravo. Bravo. I wouldn't recommend using your allies as shields again, but at least he had one. Oh, they see I have guests. We'll continue this afterwards. Good work, everybody. You're learning fantastically. Gorez, it is good and also not good to see you. What problems have you caused that I need to help you fix or possibly arrest you for? You didn't attempt on...
No.
You haven't attempted on Advisor Callister Black's life again, have you?
Again.
Depends. How many times do you know about?
The most recent one that you were at his, I believe, villa and you attempted to blow it up.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Look, he forgave you with a hefty cost that time. You should be glad that he sees this as a strange point of sport between you two. I don't really understand your beef, but at the same time I understand your dislike for that man. Anyways, who are these people you've brought with you?
These are some old allies, some old friends of mine.
Are they also from where you come from?
Not all. But that's not why. That's not why we're here, though. We're here because, well, one of my old buddies seems to have got himself locked up.
I can't free somebody from jail just because you asked me, Gorez. Now, if they came with some significance or some importance, then I could possibly waiver the price and get him out.
Would this help? And Trevor's going to reach into his bag and pull out the artifact and just kind of palm it like a basketball and hand it to him. I'm
also guessing that you're handing over the letter of recommendation as well.
Yes.
Okay. He looks at it, reaches over with a rather hefty hand and grabs the box. This is okay. I'll see what this is after. He unrolls the scroll and begins to read, somewhat out loud, but not really, just kind of mumbling. Runewick, people are... when will this man ever learn to write interestingly? Oh. Rolls it up, hands it to a nearby soldier, holds the box tighter. I see. You're the party that helped release Runeswick from its curse and gave it back to us. I'm guessing this is the item that was corrupted.
It is.
Very well. He opens, he kind of waves his hand and opens up a pocket, like a little space, and puts the box into it as it absorbs into the space, and then he closes his palm. Very well. I'll keep that safe. So, I'm guessing this friend of yours, Gorez, is one of the ones who saved Runeswick.
That would be correct.
Well, I guess we found our reason to get him out. Alright.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, please don't be making a habit of this. I don't need to be constantly getting people out of prison, because then it looks bad on us. You don't have...
Trevor's going to raise his hand. He's just going to go, do you happen to have a leash and a muzzle by any chance? That will significantly reduce the chance of this happening again.
He looks incredibly confused. What?
You'll understand when you meet our
You'll
friend.
understand when you see our compatriot.
Oh, very well. As you guys all begin to walk to the prison, before you guys get there, Bradley kind of kind of nudges with his arm Gorez back a little bit away from the party, leans down and whispers to Gorez, "Which ones are from where you're from? Point them out to me." Go ahead, Gorez.
I'll point out Typhina and
Trevor, Kane,
Okay.
and then the
Yeah.
one you're going to go and pick up from prison. Yep. Very well. They're all here for the same reason you are, or slightly different?
well, generally speaking, we were all here sent here for the same reason.
I see. Well, at least I know that you're all technically here to be allies of us, not here to do anything unkind to our nearby nations. At least so far what you've shown me is a bit of annoyance, but overall, you're doing good work, just in a darker, messed up way. But let's get your friend out of prison.
Hey, I mean, look, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, right?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that you need to completely control the underbelly.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it means.
Power struggles, it's gonna get nasty, real nasty. Like that last battle that you had down in the sewers. We're still under construction on that. You did not need to cause that much damage.
But it was fun, though.
So I heard. As the guards go to stop, Bradley kind of like looks up at them and kind of like nods for them to get out of the way as they move and let Bradley in. Bradley yells out into the courtyard, "I heard you arrested a wolf dog thing, I'm guessing, right?" Looks to the party by the muzzle and leash thing.
Trevor just kind of nods.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in a prison cell not too far off from the main block area, Sif, so you hear that. You kind of hear a faint comment on that.
Do I have fireball cast?
Your cell prohibits you from casting magic.
That made me make sense.
Which is terrible because you haven't been without your mage hand forever.
Oh yeah, honestly, this is probably the first time I've been without mage hand in a long
You
time.
realize how handicapped you are technically. Well, go fetch him. I will pay his fine. He's a hero that helped free Runeswick and will alleviate a lot of our overpopulation here problem. As one of the main guard who arrested Sif last night approaches, "Sir, I do have to say that the Count is not going to be very pleased by this." Bradley looks to him. "I will pay the fine. I did not say that his fine is fully waived. I will pay it. The Count will be happy with that. He doesn't care about anything but money. That's why he works with the guild. Is that correct? Or am I just assuming this man's personality?" "No, you're... Sorry, sir." Not long after a somewhat bound and muzzled Sif is brought
Am I really
out.
fucking muzzled?
Yes, you are muzzled. A muzzled Sif is brought out, and then all of the restraints are released from him, and he is set free in the courtyard.
If you're
Sif,
gonna fucking muzzle me one more time, I will fucking... Oh, hi everybody. Good morning, sunshine. Took you guys long to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Sif, you should really stop counting. Yeah,
Trevor
apparently
just
it's legal.
What the
walks
fuck
up
is he talking about?
and like pulls like a rolled up scroll out of his bag and just kind of bops Sif on the nose, and he goes, "Bad wolf human thing." When we're done here, we're gonna have to have a discussion about thinking before you do stupid shit.
and with
Right.
that, we'll end the session. Hey adventurers, thanks for tuning in. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to give some love to your bards.